Yeah, I've been training for this moment my whole life. And I even had to write notes. I mean, I do this every day and for many, many years now, and I still had to write notes. So I'm humbled to be here. And I know I only have 5 minutes, but I want to take a minute just to give some respects and thank the panelists, thank Jerry, and thank Jennifer Lee, and thank Patrick, and thank Cornelia, and Dion, and Perry, and Charlene. I'd like to give honoring to Elder Roberta and Chief Ian and Elder Jerry Oman. It's real generous, hey? I just want to honor the generosity, the good hearts of the people who spoke here today to share the teachings that they did and our approach as Indigenous people working in Vancouver Coastal Health. It's 500 years of colonization that we're working to heal the impact from. So my name is Riel Rossi, and I'm Ganyan Gahage, which is Mohawk, and Algonquin on my dad's side, and I'm Italian on my mom's side. And I can feel my ancestors real strong right now. But it's important, they tell me to acknowledge that where we come from is what is now called Ashalaga, which in Ganyan Gahage is the meeting place. It's the place by the water, and that's where in 1492 first contact happened. So I feel like as somebody from the East, it's important to acknowledge the 500 years of colonization that has occurred on Turtle Island, but also to acknowledge the strength of the cultures and strength of the nations, strength of the confederacies since time immemorial. And the work that we're doing is to rebalance that, to reconnect to our strength, and we do that at Aboriginal Wellness Program every day by offering individual counseling. That's sort of the pathway into a whole bunch of different services. There's the group services, we do family counseling, and also couples counseling. It's a lot, there's many layers to what we do. There's a depth and profundity and expansionness to what we do. So it's hard to capture that in 5 minutes, and I'm just one human. So what we offer people when they come to individual counseling is a chance to reconnect to the greatness, which is who they are. And we do that by helping people reconnect to themselves, reconnect to each other, reconnect to their culture, to the territory. We do that through the help of the elders. Roberta and Jerry have been big parts of our program over the years, and we've been in existence for 15 years now. And like the panelists said that talked about their personal lives as being this trajectory, so too has our program been. So we started off in a trailer, and now I joke sometimes we're on 5th Avenue and East Hastings compared to where we started from. There's like air conditioning and things like that. Yeah, we've come a long way with a lot of determination, so we're able to offer groups for 10 weeks, trauma group, but we call it Pathways to the Present. We have a grief and loss group that has a burning ceremony included in it. We have a suicide group that we call something like affirming life. So I didn't want to come up here and say we do grief and loss and we do trauma and we do suicide and we do all these things, because the titles of our group are so beautiful and all about life affirmation and affirming the importance of being connected to ourselves and being connected to each other on this greater journey of healing that we're on. Yesterday we did an intergenerational trauma healing workshop day with Elder Jerry Oman, and he was talking about the healing movement, that everybody in the circle is in this healing movement, and I thought that was a beautiful way to capture what we're doing, because it is a movement. As Patrick talked about, the antidote to injustice is justice, and our birthright to be connected to the love in our hearts and the love that we have for each other is a movement. It's a political act. There's power in that. So that's a lot of what we do. We offer people connection to traditional teachings and community events. So the power of the circle. How do we come back to ourselves? How do we come back to each other, to our teachings, to our traditions, to our ceremonies, and to the land? So again, bringing healing and the antidote to that 500 years of colonization, so we can reconnect to the strength that is since time immemorial. So just some practicalities is It's for 19 and over, people who are 19 and over, and self-identify as Indigenous. People can self-refer, but if you're a provider and you're working with an Indigenous person, you can feel free to offer up our services. And there's a table at the back that has our pamphlets on it, and please feel free to take one, and our contact information is on there. And yeah, I just raise my hands to you in respect for being here today with an open mind and hearing what everybody has to say with their generous hearts. So I raise my hands to you.